As many of you guys know, Assassin's Creed came out recently, and everyone said it's woke because there's a black guy in it, and there's some non-binary people, and you can only play as like a woman or a black guy. And you can imagine people were really mad. They were pissed. They were so fucking pissed about it. Even though the like Japanese people love the story behind Yasuke because it's a cool story. It's like, and that's the thing with fiction, right? Like David and Goliath, it doesn't really matter if these stories were real or if they happened the way that we think that they did. At some point, like the legend is interesting, or we like and fall in love with the folklore behind it, right? So Yasuke, a black samurai who was under Nobunaga. Is that? I think that's the one. Let me double check. Yeah. Okay. I was right. Don't worry, guys. I'm a weeb. I'm a weeb. You can trust me on this. Yeah, he was a samurai of African origin who served Oda Nobunaga between 1581 and 1582 until his death. And according to historical accounts, Yasuke arrived in Japan at the service of Italian Jesuit Alessandro Balignano. I'm sorry. Apologies to the Italians. Nobunaga summoned him out of a desire to see a black man. Subsequently, Nobunaga took him into service and gave him the name Yasuke. As a samurai, he was granted a sword, a house, and a stipend. Yasuke accompanied Nobunaga until his death and fought at the Honnoji incident until the death of Oda Nobutada. Yasuke, afterwards, he was sent back to the Jesuits. There are no subsequent records of his life. So the very little that we know is that he served under Nobunaga and he was respected by Nobunaga and effectively was a samurai. Now, the details behind what is classified as a samurai and what he was responsible for are less interesting because the story is cool. The fact that this even remotely happened is really cool. And even Japanese people think that it's really cool because it's like it's rare. When something is a rare story, it becomes more interesting inherently, right? And like white people know this shit. That's why every other fucking year for like throughout the 70s to like the early 2010s, there was a white guy finding his purpose or a white woman finding her purpose, traveling to China or India to live, laugh, love, or to develop powers of the ancient Chinese dragon, right? Like we've seen this story play out a billion times because it's like, whoa, person who like doesn't belong in this group makes their way in this society, right? Except this one's kind of cool. Yeah, fish out of water is a common trope. Yeah. But this one's actually kind of cool because there is some historical evidence that Yasuke did exist and that he did in fact carry a sword and that he did serve Nobunaga and Nobunaga actually liked him and thought he was dope as shit. So Assassin's Creed, they make a story. He's the one of the main characters you can play as, and all of the fucking losers on the internet are like, why would you strip the Japanese people of this culture? Don't you know they hate black people, obviously? Don't you know that they would never highlight this story, ignoring all of the times that they've had animes and video games with Yasuke or Yasuke characters in them? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're sick. You're sick and you just hate Japanese people. To the point where people were going out into the streets of Japan to ask them, how do you feel about the recent Assassin's Creed game? Only for the interviewed people to say, well, I don't know. It looks kind of cool. And then the interviewer says, you know, there's a black person in it, right? And the guy's like, okay. So was that the whole point? Were you going to say something? I don't. Well, don't you think that it's stripping you guys of your cult? Huh? What the fuck are you talking? I gotta go, man. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're scaring me. You're scaring me. These damn foreigners. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Do you know Jake Paul? Is that, are you one of those guys? Leave. Leave our country now, please. Goddamn gaijins, dude. Please. Please. We don't want content creators in our country. Please get the fuck out. So basically, the Japanese people don't even give a fuck about this either. despite many attempts at interviewing them to try and get them to care. And the usual suspects, like they cried that it was woke and it was going to make no money. Go woke, go broke. They're not going to make any money. Meanwhile, it's doing really well, from my understanding, and the game is actually pretty fun. Let's see. It's got an 8 out of 10 on IGN. So, not bad. Not bad. And they've sold, I don't know how many copies they've sold, but they crossed 1 million players after saying that no one would buy this game. It had 1 million players within the first day. I'm going to be honest, I'm a 36-year-old white cis guy who's exactly the demographic of an Asmongold viewer, and I don't understand how I dodged the pipeline. I also can't relate to them at all. It might be just because I was raised by my mom, but IDK. Well, I think, like, a big part of it is, like, how many normal experiences did you have growing up? I'm not joking. I know this sounds kind of mean, but I'm being 100% serious. Like, if you had any female friends growing up, or you had even a little bit of a close relationship with your mom, or you didn't have, like, a tox mask dad figure in your life, like, you just had even a couple normal experiences, it's harder to push propaganda on you. It's just harder. Because it's like, you listen to the shit that these people say and you're like, wait, what? Feminism is ruining our country? What are you people talking? Women are all gold digger. What is... I don't understand. Maybe this isn't for me. And it puts you off, so you, like, don't fall for the rest of the propaganda. I have 2 older sisters, and my best friend's a woman to help me from taking the red pill. Yeah. Yeah. The greatest cure for bigotry is travel for a reason. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I'm 30. I was big into atheism YouTube back in the day, but then they started being sexist and I just wasn't there for that. Yeah, many such cases. Many such cases, by the way. As someone who's prided myself on the fact that I had a close relationship with my mother, who's a therapist and was able to maintain many platonic friendships with women, I can 100% totally confirm. Yeah. Yeah. You just have to have a couple of things go right in your life, and you won't fall for the pipeline. And even when you do fall for the pipeline, you can still get out of the pipeline, right? So, like, for example, if you have a good education system, a good education system will prepare you for misinfo in the world. You just have to... There's a high bar to entry, and then there's a high bar to stay in. So, like, I believe almost all of these people can be redeemed, right? I think that. I remember seeing a comment saying DEI is taking the magic out of video games. Like, how do you just say that and not realize you're making your own life miserable? Sometimes, like, I try to gauge other people's opinions to see, like, okay, well, I don't have these lived experiences. Let's see.
After that Uber Eats burrito.
So I've, like, asked people before who are big Twitch heads that I know. I'm like, genuinely, what do you think? Do you think that, like, the Twitch thoughts ruined Twitch? And they're like, well, I don't know what that question means. I'm like, well, you've been watching Twitch for like a decade. It's been your source of entertainment. When you want to watch something entertaining, you go to Twitch first. Yeah. Do you feel like your enjoyment of the platform was reduced because these women were on the platform? They're like, what? That's stupid. No, I just watched the streamer that I want to watch. That's dumb. And it's like, okay, we're still in the sane reality here, where just because there are things you don't like doesn't magically mean that the things you like are gone. Anyways, let's wrap up this short little segment. TLDR, go woke, go broke. Many such cases.
Street interviews link.
Many such cases of people getting really mad about this stuff. Yes, this is the link to anyone who wants to watch it. Interviewing Japanese people about Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I'm sure the comments will point it out. Normal people don't care that much about a black person in a video game. Shocker, who would have guessed that? The video should be titled, Culture War Tourist Realizes He Lives in a Bubble. Wokes hate this one simple trick. When all else fails, just get your own cameraman to give you the answer that you wanted. That was the best part about the video, by the way. The guy who's like the cameraman just gets interviewed. And the cameraman's like, well, yeah, I think it's bad. You guys should watch this. It's a really good video. But after much decrying of the game and saying, go woke, go broke, people just don't want to see this. Lo and behold, it had 1 million players within 24 hours. And, oh, I don't know if these Reddit comments are accurate, so maybe someone can let me know. But according to Tom Henderson, day one players of Odyssey, it was about 400 to 450,000 people. So, like, it's double. And then, let's watch what Asmongold had to say about it.
Beating Shadows? Yeah, sure, I'll beat the game. Why wouldn't I? Don't force yourself to? No, I'm not. I've been enjoying this. I've been enjoying this. Do you plan on beating?
Dude, when your own chat bought into the propaganda harder than the way that you pushed it, harder than they should have, and they're saying, don't force yourself to. It's okay. You don't have to play this game that you hate. It's over, man. It's over. Dude, fuck. I'm actually enjoying the game. Because here's the thing. Here's what people will fail to tell you. It doesn't matter if the game is woke. It doesn't matter if it only has white people in it. It doesn't matter if there's only black people. It doesn't matter if every character is non-binary. None of that matters. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is it fun to play? And as long as the answer is yes, and it gets enough traction, and it gets enough advertising and marketing space, it will do well. That's why Baldur's Gate 3 did well. Everyone knew that it was coming out. It came out. People tried it, and they got addicted to it. And they were like, actually, this game is great. I really don't give a fuck about all these details. People want to play good games. That's it. That's all that matters. And that's all that matters ever. And when a game does poorly, it's not because it was woke. It's because it was bad and boring to play. Their new word is non-bi, spelled B-U-Y, airy. Good. Sorry, nary. My opinion, these slander campaigns against media being woke is just free advertising. In all honesty, this game wouldn't have been on my radar if it wasn't for these dumbasses. Yeah. I mean, honestly, at this point, I think game studios should make their games a little bit woke, get a little bit of traction, and then try their best to make the game as good as possible. Like, make it as fun as they can make it. I mean, like, I remember when they were, like, showing gameplay trailers of the video, of, like, the video game, people were mad. They were like, excuse me, why are there watermelons during the Sakura tree season? These crops don't grow at the same time. It's like, what are you playing? Nothing but Stardew? What the fuck is wrong with you? Huh? Nobody gives a fuck about that. Is the game fun to play? Can I smash the watermelons with my sword? That's what I care about. Nobody can. You're just fucking. This is fake outrage, dude. Hello? Melon fun to chop with sword. I'm having fun. Scientific wokeness, yeah. Yeah. So again, I think it's a good strategy for game studios. Just make your game fun, put in a little bit of woke so it gets a bunch of media traction, and then profit. And then profit. Can you kick the chickens like in Fable 2? Oh, I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I haven't played it yet. Meanwhile, forcing themselves to enjoy Stellar Blade. I mean, I heard Stellar Blade was fun. I haven't played it, but a friend of mine who's very not tuned in said it was pretty fun. It's just that there's not that much to the game. I think it's like 30-hour runtime, maybe less. Gameplay is fun. Story is just a worse Nier. Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't play it, so I can't comment on it. I can only comment on games I've played. Which, like, it looked fun, but I just don't comment on whether a game will be good or not based on aesthetics. It's a stupid metric to use. Based on, like, and when I say aesthetics, I don't mean, like, graphics. I mean, what's in the game aesthetically. That's a dumb way to judge a game. This is stupid. I've seen more Gooner bait for that game than actual gameplay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Kush Pro. Do you smoke? Nice name. Nice name. Sorry, this is where I oust that I'm a loser and I don't smoke. Smoking is bad for your lungs. And you shouldn't smoke because it's bad for your lungs. So whenever people pass me something to smoke, I'm like, oh man, now I'm going to cough a bunch. And then I smoke it. I'm like, sorry. Because I never smoke by myself ever. Oh gosh. Yep. That's me. If smoking is so bad for you, then why does it look so fucking cool? Checkmate. Liberal punk. Oh God. I like Sean's review of it. He gave in the middle of the breakdown of the anti-woke crusade about it. Yeah, his video on Stellar Blade was good. Which again, I can't comment on whether the game was fun to play. I mean, I think it looked good. It looked visually good, and the friends that I know that played it said they had fun playing it, but it was just stupid that people watched this Assassin's Creed trailers and they were like, this game is going to be bad and no one's going to buy it and it's going to be boring. It's like, what? Says who? What? You're capping. You're actually capping. Yeah, this is the Sean video. If you guys haven't seen it, highly recommend watching it. Remember when Grums was like, you put a hit out on me? And then everyone started posting the hammers gifs. What a fucking loser, dude. If I am that lame at fucking 50 or however old he is, dude, just take me out of my fucking misery, dude. Just pull the fucking life support plug on me. Man, I don't deserve to be on the internet if I am that much of a loser at fucking 50, dude. Jesus. Ooh. Fuck, dude. Go work on your video game, man. Isn't he almost 60? Is he actually like 57? Oh, he's 57. Oh. No. Yeah, okay, if I'm like almost 60 and I'm crying about woke games and pretending like a joke on the internet is a serious threat on my life, and people posting hammer gifs on my VTuber model is a serious threat to my life, find a way to get rid of my internet, because I've officially become too lame to use the internet. I've become officially too much of a fucking loser to use the internet. Like no. 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 It's giving Elon, I know. It's giving, this is what Elon would do if he didn't have the money that he had. So about the same as what he's currently doing now.